Good morning, world, and welcome to the Eric Goodell Show. Coming up, the IRS has lost more emails. This time, it has lost the emails of 5 more employees who are part of congressional investigations. Also, an Edward Snowden leak uncovers U.S. plans to spy on foreign businesses for profit, and why people in Philadelphia are losing their homes, and it's not because they're being accused of any crimes. Well, the IRS has inexplicitly lost the emails of 5 more employees who were part of a congressional investigation. What do you think would happen to you or I if we acted as irresponsibly as the IRS? Do you think they'd be very forgiving if we suddenly lost important tax records? Or maybe the government's hard drives are all filled up with the collected emails of U.S. citizens that maybe they don't have any more room left. This story out of AP, IRS says it has lost emails from 5 more employees. The IRS says it has lost more emails from 5 more workers who are part of congressional investigations into the treatment of conservative groups that applied for tax-exempt status. The tax agency said in June that it could not locate an untold number of emails to and from Lois Lerner, who headed the IRS division that processes applications for tax-exempt status. The revelation set off a new round of investigations and congressional hearings. On Friday, the IRS said it had also lost emails from 5 other employees related to the probe, including 2 agents who worked in a Cincinnati office processing applications for tax-exempt status. The agency blamed computer crashes for the lost emails. In a statement, the IRS said it found no evidence that anyone deliberately destroyed evidence. We have investigated ourselves and have found that we have done nothing wrong, as you were. An Edward Snowden leak uncovers U.S. plans to spy on foreign businesses for profit by conducting an espionage to prevent losing its economic prowess. Somehow, I don't think that will help our reputation on the world stage. Infowars.com reports that an Edward Snowden leak exposes U.S. plan to spy on foreign businesses for profit. A 2009 intelligence document provided to journalists by former government contractor Edward Snowden suggests the United States weighed someday conducting espionage to prevent losing its economic prowess to other countries. The document, published first by The Intercept on Friday this week, outlines tactics the American intelligence community may implement in the future in the event of certain scenarios, including one in which the United States' technological and innovative edge slips in the year 2025. In the event that the U.S. may lose that advantage, the Quadrennial Intelligence Community Review's final report reads, in part, then a multi-pronged systematic effort to gather open source and proprietary information through overt means, clandestine penetration through physical and cyber means, and counterintelligence could be undertaken by American agencies. The document, classified as secret and supplied along with a trove of other files provided by Snowden, is a fascinating window into the mindset of America's spies as they identify future threats to the U.S. and lay out the actions of the U.S. intelligence community should take in response, wrote Glenn Greenwald, the Intercept editor, who wrote about the 32-page report this week. International espionage? Not a problem. Just don't you dare break any laws. Just remember, the government is here to help. Well, people in Philadelphia who are not even being accused of any crimes are losing their homes. In 2 years, over 500 families have lost their homes or had their vehicles taken. In 1 year alone, Philadelphia filed nearly 7,000 civil forfeiture petitions. Let's check this out. The FreeThoughtProject.com reports that Philadelphia police are seizing people's homes, and it's not because they can't pay. The Philadelphia police are putting homeowners on the street, and it has nothing to do with their ability to pay the mortgage, nor are they being charged with a crime.
It's the ultimate symbol of the American dream, a house. Homeownership is still very much the thread that stitches together the hopes of so many people in this country, but as our Pamela Brown reports, some in Philadelphia are losing their homes they worked so hard to build, and it has nothing to do with being able to pay their mortgages.
Yeah. I was so upset thinking somebody's going to come over and take my house for nothing. That makes me crazy.
Without warning, Sorvelis says Philadelphia police and prosecutors seized his house.
I was going nuts. So what do you mean?
He and his wife Markella have never been charged with a crime or even accused of any wrongdoing.
It was horrible, horrible.
The nightmare began in March when police showed up at the house.
By the time I got to the door, they had already opened the door with his hands in and had a gun to my dog's head.
Police arrested their 22-year-old son Yanni on drug charges, $40 worth of heroin, and claim he was selling drugs out of the home. Sorvelis' family is not alone. In 2 years, nearly 500 families in Philadelphia had their homes or cars taken away by city officials, according to Pennsylvania's Attorney General. They use a civil forfeiture law that allows them to seize people's property, saying they have probable cause that it's somehow connected to illegal drugs. The city of brotherly love is far and away the most aggressive in the state when it comes to seizing people's property. Over a 4-year period, the second largest county in Pennsylvania filed about 200 petitions for civil forfeiture. Philadelphia filed nearly 7,000 petitions in 1 year alone, according to a class action lawsuit just recently filed by citizens.
Well, if you ever needed a primary example how the war on drugs has been a complete and total failure, here you have it. When you stand to lose your house over $40 worth of drugs that somebody else was allegedly selling, there goes everything you've worked on your whole life. Without ever committing a crime, you've just been robbed by the state, who then pockets the profit. Well, that's it for this episode, and as always, if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next episode.